Hey, we are here for the Vikings against the Niners. We have to start off a little bit in a silent cast, but I'll jump on with the play by play as soon as I can. Looks like the Vikings get the ball first, and that's the commish, Tim Irvin coaching the Vikings, while the Niners are coached by Anthony Tangora. So I'll leave it at that, and we'll be back in a little bit. Hitch to Justin Jefferson, 2 minutes in the zone. Incomplete. Looks like we had a first down play, but it got called back due to offsetting. And that was correctly double teamed, and there was 2 guys still in the zone. So 3 men in the zone play there. That would be a cool thing if they added like a 3 men in the zone column with like an extra pick chance. Maybe so many people in the zone to just bump into each other. 2nd and 10. Crossing pattern to Phelan. Single cover by 6. Dump off. 7 yards. 3rd and 3. Got a loud dog in the house tonight. 3 left to cook. 6-rated linebacker there. And it's a white die 6, but it was on the thrown at the 6, so incomplete. And that's the first punt of the game. So Anthony and his Niners will start from line 23. McCaffrey and Juszczyk in the backfield. Kittle, Debo, and Ayuk are the receivers. Inside Brandon McCaffrey, man on his own. Let's make it 5. Good plug there. Inside Brandon McCaffrey gets right, only nobody in the zone. And picks up 2. Spencer Burford cannot make the block. Third and 3. Pro set. Pitch out right to McCaffrey. Guess wrong, nobody in the zone. 5-yard pickup and a first down. Oh, but a flag's on the play. Illegal procedure on the offense. 3rd and 8 now. Taking their time on this call. 3rd and 8, unless I've been disconnected or something. Here we go. 3 wide. Juwan Jennings comes in as a third wide receiver, replacing the fullback. Down out to McCaffrey. Incomplete on the decoy. So the Niners will have to punt. Fair caught after a 52-yard punt, and the Vikings will get another go at it. Off tackle left to Cook is strong. Nobody in the zone. 6-yard pickup. Three-yard pickup there on a line buck. Nobody in the zone. And brings up a 3rd and 1. See, that's the problem with the Niners defense. Is that even with nobody in the zone, you got a 1 and a 0 at 7 and 8. Defensive tackle will help you out more often than not on these 5 and 9 rolls. Then with the man in the zone, it's like really tough. Off tackle right to Cook gets strong. It's going to pick up just that one that they needed. Guess wrong 1 for 2. Cook's got some big hits on the edge, so some of those could come in handy tonight for the Vikings. Thielen and Jefferson are the wideouts. Johnny Munt is the tight end. Hawkinson is the blocking man, along with Cook. Good job, right? To Cook and looks like Talanoa Hufanga has gone out with an injury. We only have single game injuries, so he'll be out for the rest of the game. 3rd and 9. Madison checks in the backfield. Three wide with KJ Osborne checking in. Crossing pattern to Osborne. See, in this formation, I think you might want to take out Munt and put in Hawkinson as the tight end. There's a dump off. And it'll get the first down. Two-yard pickup gets wrong. there's Hawkinson in the second tight ends. Look at their two cards. See what I'm talking about? Like Hawkinson has double team catches. Munt is just a grunt. He's all right, but can't go deep. Off tackle right to code. Guessed wrong. Guessed wrong. Still gets to 0. All right, so third down here, he's going two tights, two wide, so he doesn't have to worry about. The question is Munt against Osborne. I like putting Hawkinson in as the regular tight end, though, in 3 wide because then they're worried about going deep. It's a slanted Munt. Guessed right. Penalty flag down, and it is going to be pass interference against the Niners. All right, I had to go take care of something, but looks like the Vikings got a touchdown. Let's see. Uh, what did I miss then? Let's see. Ball position. So they were driving. They got the touchdown. 13 plays, 53 yards. Got a touchdown from the San Francisco 11. And then the Niners went 5 plays, 31 yards, and had to punt. And that's where we left off. Let's look at the box score. On this 3rd and 9, the touchdown was a 11-yard pass from Kirk Cousins to Adam Thielen. So the Vikings are definitely the underdog. If I had to put a point spread on this, I'd say like -6.5. But Strat's a funny game. Dice can make a big difference if you get the rolls at the right time. Down and out to Cook. Covered by a 6. He's doubling Tomlinson and Thielen. And so it's going to be a dump off. Is it going to be a dump off? No, it's going to be, yes, it is going to be a dump off. But no joy. Went to the receiver reading of Johnny Munt. Johnny Grunt. It's a nice punt, though, by Ryan Wright. And for your return, now the Niners will get a chance. See, every time you stop the Niners, you take a breath, take a sigh of relief, because it's such an explosive offense. The Jimmy G card is a perfect complement to the running game, or the threat of a running game, especially when you put Debo in the backfield. McCaffrey is pretty good running back too, though. You have to respect that. Curl to Ayuk, and he's covered by a 4, and the white dies at 4, so incomplete. Let's take a look at these two teams. Vikings are rated good, very poor. Good against the run, very poor against the pass. But even good, they have these short gains they have to worry about off tackle. And even with 2 men in the zone, you get like a +5. But it's better than average run card. Even off tackle with 1 man in the zone, you're stopping. You're making some stops on 6, 7, 8. But that passing card's got the long gain on 11 and only a blank on 5 and the interception split. 2nd and 10. Fly to Ayuk. Incomplete. Snake eyes on the quarterback card. Now look at the Minnesota Vikings card. Long pass, 0 men in zone. That would have been a long gain on 2 through 10. Straight long gain on 3, 4, 5, and 12. Defender X on 8 and 9. 3rd and 10. We're almost at the end of the first quarter. Screen left, nobody's there. Nice sniff out, going for the triple-double team. He only gets 8, though. So 4th and 2. Too early to worry about going for it. But Anthony's played him enough, and he kind of knew what was coming. A 45-yard punt plus a 10-yard roll. That's 55 plus that's 93, 97, 7-yard line, or 8-yard line, excuse me. Inside the 10, Vikings take over. So you saw, you may have not noticed, but Cook's running statistics not so good so far. I don't know, it was like 9 carries for 12 yards or something bad like that. But he just needs to hit that edge once and to make an impact. Crossing pattern to Thielen. It's going to be a must run for 15 yards to Cousins. Okay, let's take a look at that box score. Cook 9 for 14. His longest was a 6. And Kirk Cousins already surpassed him with a 115-yard run. And that's not a great must-run card. Doesn't come up that often. Off tackle left to Cook. And again, on the Niners D card, you're going nowhere fast. 10 on for 14 yards. Three wide, 2 backs. This is a nice formation. Interesting. Crossing pattern to Thielen. 4 in the zone. Guess wrong. And incomplete. So the Niners, their long gain is on 12. They have a blank on 4 and 11. So that's you can get them that way. especially if it gets wrong. They have a good interception chance. 4 wide with Hawkinson in the backfield. That's an interesting formation. I like that. You got Osborne covered by a 4, Hawkinson covered by a 4, Naylor and Jefferson covered by zeros. So a lot of things for the Niners to worry about. Of course, they have that pass rush coming from Nick Bosa. But Brian O'Neill's a 6'7", so if you got to face Bosa, you want to do it with a 7 pass blocker. Crossing pattern to Thielen, single cover by a 6. So shadowing the quarterback there with Fred Warner. It's going to be dump off. And he gets 8, 4th and 2 again. But Vikings will also punt. 48-yard punt. Raymond McLeod grabs it. Calls for the fair catch. Let's take a quick look at the playoffs. First and 10. Blocking back, halfback set. Quick out left to Kittle. 5 yards on the D card. Well, here we go. San Francisco's played one game. They're 1-0. And the Vikings have played one game 1-0. They each won by less than a touchdown. 7-point victory for San Francisco, 6-point win for Minnesota. Curled to Brandon Ayuk, guessed correctly. Dump off. And incomplete on Kittle's receiver card. So that'll bring up 35. Sometimes your offense just isn't clicking. It can be a struggle. That can turn around quickly. Three wide. McCaffrey in the backfield. McCaffrey's covered by a 0. Kittle's covered by a 4. Ayuk's covered by a 4. McCaffrey cannot go, he can go deep, so that's something we got to keep an eye on. McCaffrey long, guarded by Zadarius Smith. He's also a good pass rusher, so you might find him blitzing every now and then. Tebow's an A yak. Kittle's a B yak. McCaffrey's an A yak. And Jennings and Ayuk are C's. So not a bad yak in the bunch. Daniil Hunter over there as a linebacker. He can also be a defensive end, score out right to Ayuk. He's going to pick up 7 on Garoppolo's card. So first and 10 out to 33. That is the Niners' third first down of the game. So it's been a struggle, but they're only down by a touchdown. Quick out right to Kittle. He's going to lose a yard. Garoppolo is 6 of 12, so only 50% so far. Ayuk Samuel. We'll see how Debo gets some run as a halfback this game. A little bit of a fumbler, but a lot of short gains there on his card. Off tackle draw left to McCaffrey, gets strong, nobody in the zone. Short gain, 12 yards and a first down. So with Garoppolo misfiring, they're going to the running game. Inside run McCaffrey, gets wrong again. Dreaded 5 this time. So back-to-back runs from McCaffrey after he'd only carried the ball twice before. Hold on, I'll be right back. Back again. It looks like another punt, but down to the one this time. Crossing pattern to Thielen, and it's going to be a sack fumble. The offense gets it back. That's what they got to try to take it out. Got to get out of the end zone. Don't just take the safety. They lose a yard, so they will get the safety even though they tried. They would have had to get like a 4, 2, 4, 7, 11. 10 would have worked too, but it would have been a refumble or a 12. There's a punt. An 11-yard return. So here we go. Niners get their points, first points via defense. We got 7:30 to go in the half. Pitch out right to McCaffrey, 3-yard pickup. False start. Backs it up. That was Nick Bosa, by the way, that got the sack, or that caused the sack. And it looked like it was, yep, Nick Bosa. Give credit for it. And he was right on the goal line, too. It was a 1-yard loss at the 1. Sideline right to Debo, nobody there. Second and 8. That was on first and 15 after the start. Pitch out right to McCaffrey, sticking with the run. It's going to pick up 5. 3rd and 3. Go set. Quick in. Guessed wrong. 14 yards on Juice Check's card. Guessed right would have been incomplete. You can't block everything. Well, it's a good job by Tim there, flooding two flats. So on the D card, that would have been incomplete on the 8. Same play, quick into Juice Check. And again, it's guessed wrong, even though it was guessed right, because on the receiver card, the man assigned the coverage was out of play. Pitch out right to McCaffrey, dreaded 5. Some big hits on the edge, 2, 3, 11, and 12. Short gain on 9. Off tackle right. Guessed wrong, nobody there. But there's no short gains. We're not in the zone, -1, but short gain was 16. Again, he's got him guessing wrong here. Depot, this is the card I was telling you about on running the ball. Look at those short gains. Worth the fumble risk at certain points of the game. We'll see when Anthony decides to use him. Inside run to McCaffrey. There's a man there this time. 7-yard pickup on McCaffrey's card. .336 to go in the half. Niners got the ball at the Vikings 22. Inside run to Mitchell, guessed right, and he hits the 7, short gain. He's got a nice card. Oh, penalty. Offsides against Minnesota. That'll be declined. Capped at 6. Oh, yeah, because of the low usage carry that rule. Low usage running back containment rule. Unless you roll a 1, when you roll in on the offensive card, you're going to get capped at the average per carry of the halfback. I got a first down there for the Niners. 3:18 to go. Stop the clock. Inside run to McCaffrey. Nobody there. 20 yards. Touchdown. So the Niners offense comes to life on this drive. After the defense stepped up. Tim taking a shot at himself. Nice D. He made some good calls there. Dice just weren't smiling on you. Although I do think Anthony had him off balance there a little bit on that drive. That's what happens in this drive. Now at 8-7, he might think about going for 2. And he is. Goes to the 2 tights, 3 wide formation. 3 running back, 2 tight end, I should say. Minnesota does do good with min and zone, though, if it lands on their card. So there's no gimme. Lots of good run blocking there for the Niners. 6 tight end, 5 offensive tackle, 0 guard, 4 center, 4 guard, 6 offensive tackle Trent Williams, and 6 tight end on the inside Tyler Croft. 3-4 showing blitz against this formation. Slant against the run call. And that's Jimmy G's specialty. Short pass, guessed wrong. Would have had to double him. So 10-7, Niners on top. Kenny Mwanga takes it 9 yards deep in his end zone. And despite having a good kick return card, I think he's going to take a knee here. Oh, excuse me. Cost him about 9 yards in field position, but he was hoping to get the touchdown on 2. Get some magic. A little lightning there. How many carries does Cook have left? 17. So this is the time of the game where you might want to take a shot on and run, and there it is. Pitch out left to Cook. He needs to hit an edge. And he gets the dreaded 5. Instead of having 2, 3, 11, and 12 like McCaffrey, he's only got 2 and 12. Does have the short gain on 9. Let's see if they try to dial that up again. But a rough day for Cook so far. 11 runs for 13 yards. Not getting any help on the D card. Off tackle draw left. And nothing. On the off tackle, he needs 2 or 12 as well. Instead, he hits the 3. 3rd and 11. Niners will be looking to get a stop here and get the ball back. Hawkinson in the backfield. See the Niners. Deep pass card. If you get 0 men in zone, you can do something, but see what happens. I don't think he's going to leave that vulnerable. Plays it safe, crossing pattern to Thielen. Again, he's keying with them, or shadowing with the middle linebacker. With Warner, I should say. I think he's middle linebacker, yeah. So 3 and out for the Vikings. And they don't get the good punt, 37 yards. That's going to give them great field position. Oh, with 1:45 to go. Sideline left to Debo, 2 men in the zone. Of course, an offensive part. So even sometimes when you make a good call, the roll just goes to the best possible outcome for the other guy. Well, I guess we could have 3 for a short game, or maybe a big hit on the receiver even. But anyway, you get the idea. 7 yards is just fine for the Niners. 2nd and 3. So we've shown him he can run the ball effectively, so you got to worry about plugging zones if you're a defensive coach. But he's also hitting the flats, throwing short, but mixing it up really well. Flare left to Juice Check. Incomplete. The right flat zone was wide open. That would have been a 30-yarder. So, good job not leaving the left flat abandoned. 3rd and 3. Back to the pro set. We've seen him throw to Juice Check out of this, and I think he's throwing short maybe to Kibble. I can't remember exactly, but let's see what happens here. The Juice Check is decent, really good. Guess wrong. So something we got to consider. Even though he's the low usage guy. Flight IU, guess wrong. Incomplete. He tries to go big and go big or go home, and he'll have to go big and punt it away. And there was nobody in the zone, so on the defensive card, there was a lot of chances for big plays, as we highlighted earlier. False start. So, well, maybe let's just say they took a delay game, back up 5 yards, give the punter more room, and it's gonna possibly pay off. Well, he shouldn't let it bounce, and he does. So they'll get it at the 20. Still time for the Vikings to get in their field goal range. They go 2 tights, 2 wides. Remember, Munt can't go deep. He's covered by a 0. Hawkinson, who can go deep, covered by a 6. You don't want to flip-flop those guys. Button hook to Cook. Guess right. 6 linebacker in the zone. Incomplete. Got a big play there on a receiver reading. Pretty good guess wrong. Cousins kind of struggling too, 5 of 12, less than 50% for only 48 yards. Off tackle left to Cook. There it is again. 2 times we seen that 3. It's like, just give me one of those double ones over here. That would have been a touchdown there. 3rd and 10. Now he has been, interesting. Oh no, I was going to say, he thought he had his zeros in there to reduce the injury risk for one play. He's been shadowing with Warner. Does a draw, but he doesn't shadow this time. That'll make the Niners use another timeout, and they'll punt with 30 seconds left. Cook, miserable 14 runs for 16 yards today. Ray McLeod grabbed it as 29. Penalty, offsides against Minnesota. Will he back it up? Could work it in his favor, but it's going to waste another tick off the clock if he does. He's got a decent field position, but again, you're limited on the amount of time you have left. But he's going to decline it, take it up to 37. Looks like we got blocking back halfback set for the Niners. 3-2-6 formation for the Vikings. Off tackle draw right or left to McCaffrey. Picks up 6. Stark contrast to the halfbacks. McCaffrey's averaging almost 7 yards a carry. And they use their last timeout at their own 43. 15 seconds left. Field goal kicker's Robbie Gould. Doesn't have great range, 235 out to 37, so kind of need at least 2 first downs to give him a decent chance. And you have 3 plays left. Goes 3 wide, quick out right to Kittle, incomplete. I'm going to get a yak maybe. Oh, it's a penalty. Personal foul. A roughing on the Vikings. That kid, that's just what he needed. Now he needs 1 more first down, and he'll have a chance at a field goal. 3-2-6 and biting a run, which I think you'll see maybe an end run. Can't really run up the middle with no timeouts left, but screen right to McCaffrey. 12 yards. Does he get out of bounds? No. And that'll be the end of the half. What? White die was a 3. Oh, they do a re-roll for that. Got out of bounds with a 6. So, good field goal range. Oh, but he shanks it. That's the adjustment against him. Only 2-5. Got adjusted +3. All right, I'm gonna disconnect here from my VPN. I'm gonna close the game for a second. This will. Let's get back in. Take a quick look at the box score. Rough going for the Vikings. They got that one drive that led to their first touchdown, but since then they've been struggling. And the Niners were struggling up until they got that safety, and then they put together a good drive. Missed a field goal there at the end of the half. But pretty good game. The Vikings have got to feel good because they're in it against a superior opponent. And the Niners have got to feel good because they had their own offensive struggles and they've overcome them. Neither quarterback doing much. No turnovers yet. There was one fumble, but the Vikings recovered their own fumble. Identical stats on third down efficiency, 2 for 7. Red zone efficiency, they both got the touchdown when they got inside the 20. 100 yards more offense for the Niners. And they'll get the ball first. So 1st and 10. At the 25. Off tackle right. There is a man in the zone, but it hits the halfback card. But as good as McCaffrey is, he's got a couple of duds there on his card. Guess wrong. 7, 6, and 4 are okay. 3 is also okay. 5, of course, is the dreaded 5. 2nd and 8. Another run. There's a man in the zone, but it's guessed wrong. And that man in the zone helped keep it from a 7-yard gain to a 4-yard gain. Instead of 3rd and 1, it's 3rd and 4. Elijah Mitchell's in the game. We saw him run guest right for a short gain. Off tackle right to Mitchell again. Hits the short gain on the D card. That'll be all 16 on that one. Man in the zone would have been a 1 yard loss and a punt. And you're kicking yourself as a defensive coach, but you can't make every call perfect. Well, that's the other thing with Debo. I guess you don't use him as a runner as much too because he's going to be limited by that low usage carry. Pitch out right to McCaffrey. Nobody there. And Kittle's a 6, so the offensive onside block is made for 9 yards. Quarterback sneak by Garoppolo for 5 yards, even with 2 men in the zone. Dreaded 5.
Right? Or like 8 months, which is false, right? Because it takes years for him to actually take over and do all of his shenanigans.
Off tackle right to McCaffrey. It's a draw call. Nobody's there. Another short gain. Taking advantage of that Minnesota defense.
The old Reverend Mother knew that Jessica.
Got some Dune talk going on here.
Or did Jessica keep it a secret when she popped out with the
Vikings really want to hold them to at least a field goal attempt here.
Were the Benny Jesuit Society aware?
You don't want to go down 2 scores against this defense.
Was the one who made her drink, and she was like, "What have we done?"
Slant to Kittle. Guessed right on.
Benny Jesuit Society.
2 chances of a sack there. 2 good chances. Daniel Hunter, 80%, and Zadarius Smith, 72%. Those are the outside linebackers going against the guards. Spencer Burford and Aaron Banks. 1st and 10 at the 12. 3-4 showing blitz. Off tackle left. Man in the zone. Except 3. Yeah, that was a white guy 1, so that would have been a full short gain on 6 and 7.
If I were the Benny Jesuit, I would have gotten rid of Jesuit. Do Benny Jesuit kill each other? If they deviate from the plans, do they kill each other?
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's some people who are disloyal and they are not part of it. So
they wouldn't. They might hire somebody. They might hire an assassin. Touchdown unless there's penalties against the Niners.
No, I would rock up.
Holding call against San Francisco. Back it up. 2nd and 17.
Okay, so I'm saying big, but I'm like Jessica deviated so far from the plan. To kill the Atreides.
Yeah, but how do you?
No, because in the movie, the Reverend Mother specifically tells the Harkonnen in the first Dune movie, she's one of us. You spare her, and because Paul is our blood, you have to spare him too. And then it was the Baron who
So do you
who
think
doubled back on the Reverend Mother, and he was like, "All right, just get them on the helicopter and then kill them. The desert will take them."
but
Make it look like an accident.
he says like, "Well, I technically didn't kill her, but she died in the
No,
Right.
but I'm saying no, but I'm
Remember,
saying,
truth,
but I'm saying,
truth sayers, they can question them.
yes, but I'm saying the Bene
desert.
Gesserit, but the Bene Gesserit didn't want to get rid of Jessica when they wiped the trees.
That's
They
her.
were gonna
That's her
scare
daughter.
her.
That's her daughter too. She has.
No, but I'm saying
That's
Koji. Okay, but I'm saying if I was the Bene Gesserit society, I would have gotten rid of Jessica.
Yeah, but maybe their plan was,
valuable to
and
me.
there's still a
And
chance that
the
he was
tree.
to take that out there. So they wanted that.
But in the movies, it implies that the Bene Gesserit society did not know that Jessica
Dead ball
was
penalty,
pregnant
false
with
start.
Leah, and that she rocked up on society and was like, "Hello, this is my daughter, and she actually knows more than all of you."
I don't think they anticipated her drinking the water of life with Aaliyah in the womb.
Right. They
Fucks up
wanted.
everything.
They wanted to have them. They wanted to save their life and then have her be, off to her next assignment on another world.
Oh, they were gonna shoot her somewhere else.
Probably.
Probably should be like that one.
Go get that other man,
On-
please. Go get pregnant.
Fate. Like in the book, you'll see this phrase all over and over again. A faint within a faint within a faint.
Yeah.
So like you're
Again, drooling. You think.
This is me as a referee. Just fucking captain everyone. That's why I wear the robes.
Well,
3rd and 14 now.
The Bosters. I've seen Paul Bundy with trees rocking up on me with the effort.
Off tackle draw left to Elijah Mitchell. Trying to hit that short gain on the D card.
Start over.
So mission accomplished for the Vikings. They're able to hold them to a field goal attempt, keep it a one-score game. Kick is good, good as gold.
They still have. That's still also part of a plan.
Also, why?
They still have their power.
Good field position for the Vikings. You gotta read the books. Man. The books are just,
Also, why didn't the Bene Gesserit just
Y'all is fainting, right? But then they're fainting right back.
why didn't the Bene Gesserit just nuke the Fremen? Because they already had control.
how can you nuke them?
You know when you don't know where the communities
No,
are.
because the
When
So
zealots.
they spread out and sieges on the ground. A nuke would be not very effective.
No, not nuke them.
You
Literally.
said nuke them.
No, I meant I gather all the Fremen.
You can't.
And then I say, in order to bring out the beast and Agai, we must all kill ourselves. That is the only way to ascend to paradise.
So you make still guard Jim Jones.
And then I pass out little shot glasses of the water like, drink, my people.
Jim Jones.
Oh, yeah.
We shall return our water to the paradise.
That's
And then,
kind of a little much.
Traded 5 there, guess strong on 2nd and 5. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But yeah, no, that's the real reason why. That's the real reason.
Why does this 0 keep popping up on my screen? Here it is.
That's the reason why.
But again, still, even though it looks like the Vegas would have like loss or whatever in this situation, they just adapted the plan.
That's what she said. That's what she told Jessica.
Screen right, 2 minute zone.
No, they're on your side. Reverend Mother.
Get it on the quarterback's card. Get it on the quarterback's card, but instead of a first down, the old yak bites him in the butt. 4th and 4, and they're punting. But yeah, it's definitely worth reading the books, bud. 8-yard return. Niners, with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, if they put a drive together here, they could really put a stranglehold on this game. Vikings looking to get a quick 3 and out here and get the ball back. They had some success in the first half on defense. Let's look at the ball position. Last couple drives of the Niners have put some mojo together. 10 plays on a 14-play drive wrapped around that half. Missed field goal for 4 plays. There's a guessed wrong short pass for 10 yards. Tried to flood the flats. Walking back halfback.
you there.
Yeah.
Do you think in like a year, like if Bobby Wagner like leaves the Commanders, do you think like signs like a one deal and you have him retire
Sure.
as a Seahawk?
Well, they can just sign to a one-day contract. Ready to retire. I'm sure he'll do that.
Like, do have people done that before?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like with 1 day contract?
Yeah, just because like they played their whole career with one team, they want to retire with them.
Yeah. But then, like, because like if you look at Tyler Lockett's like contract,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna release him next offseason because like
Well, they might.
like next offseason because he can deal us $30 million in cap space.
But they could also renegotiate, like the Chargers did with Joey Bosa and stuff.
I think he might retire or he sends it.
Could be. There was a nose tackle 0 or +5, and the 5 nose tackle couldn't make the play. Squaring to Deebo Samuel gets wrong, but it hits a blank on Deebo's car, 3rd and 5. See, so sometimes you can be right, and you're wrong, and sometimes you can be wrong, and you're right. So first down, he had a 5 nose tackle that makes a play on 67% of the chance, but he didn't make it that time. Then I guess wrong flat pass on Deebo's receiver card, which is kind of pedestrian if you think about the kind of player he is. No long gains there. Next year's going to be better, I'm sure. He's got the long gains on. Oh no, not very much. It's just on the long pass. Sideline left to Juwan Jennings. And he hits for there. See, the Yak helped the Niners. Now the Yak hurts the Niners. So they'll have to punt. I'm not a fan of the Yak, but I see how it makes it harder on those flat pass Wizards. 1st and 10. Vikings down by 6. Short pattern to Hawkinson. Covered by 4. Guessed right on the D card. Hits a blank on 3 men. Cousins 6 of 14 for 49 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor checks in as the field receiver. I like this card. Nice yardage there. Two 6 linebackers. That makes it so tough to flat pass your way down the field. You're going to have to throw it short. Let's go. Goes to a screen left. Incomplete. Cousins finding a rough going. Ooh. 12. Dalvin Cook. If you knew what the dice rolls were ahead of time, it would make this game a lot easier. Three through 5 on 3rd and 10. Hawkinson in the backfield. Watch out for that shadow. Maybe throw a look into if you continually see shadow in 3rd and longs. Maybe he's just setting him up. Could try to go over the top too. Jefferson and Osborne covered by 0s. I've really been paying attention. I don't know if he's doubling Jefferson. Jefferson's not doubled. Short pattern to Hawkinson. And another failed 3rd down conversion by Kirk Cousins. Kirk 2 Chains is not rolling today. Eight-yard return for Ray. Is now 1st and 10 Niners at their own 26. Kind of a slog today offensively. I've had 1 first down in my last 7 possessions. And I'm still in it, says Tim. Yeah, he gets the ball possession for the Niners, who's picked it up a little bit. But the Vikings had that one good drive. Since then, everything is under 4 plays or less. Lots of punts. You need to play some good defense here. Like I said, you don't want to go down 2 scores. Off tackle draw right. Nobody's going to be in the zone. 15 yards from McCaffrey. It's not like Tim's not calling around, but that off tackle, no minute zone card is so juicy that Anthony's been using those draws effectively. Elijah Mitchell in there trying to save some carries for McCaffrey. He's got 17 already for 120. Fly to Brandon Ayuk. Single covered by a 4-0 minute zone. Long game touchdown. Ayuk is not limited, I don't think. I don't even think we play with that rule for wide receivers. There you go. Now you're down 2 scores. Jimmy G with the connection. Yeah, do not limit wide receivers longest. So wide receivers can go all the way. Oh my goodness, there would have, it was a play before, I guess. No, 80% chance of a sack if it would have been a blacked ID, and it would have been one of these guys. That's something. Going for 2 to try to make it a 2-touchdown lead. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Vikings. Pitch out right to Tebow, guess wrong. Or guess right, excuse me. No gain. That's something. Touchback. So you need one of those big Dalvin Cook runs to get you back within the score in a hurry. Cook's in there, along with Hawkinson. I haven't really seen Kirk air it out. So what's his guess right numbers for? So 10. Big interceptions chance. Off tackle draw left to Cook. Looking to hit an edge. He gets the 9. Short gain. 13 yards and a first down. We had a 12 on a pass by Cousins on the last drive. Juicy. Off tackle right again. Picks up 8. The offensive tackle, Brian O'Neill's a 6, but he's reduced to a 5 in that formation, but that was just enough to make the block. 2nd and 2. Vikings putting together something. Madison checks in. Inside run to Madison. Gets exactly what he needed. Now we're into the 4th. Cook back in there. 3-3-5. Cook's a B, yeah. He's got 9 unfatigued carries. Left bomb to Adam Thielen, covered by a 6. Ooh, incomplete. Oh, a run call there would have been made that long gain. Off tackle draw left to Cook. No gain. That's the Niners' strong D card doing its work for you. It's a short gain on the Vikings. So it makes it harder to sustain drives when you get no help on the D card in those spots. And like even the 4 on the Vikings is like plus 15, 2 through 10, plus 5. On the other ones, and this is plus 2 only, or plus 15 on 2 only. On to Jalen Naylor, 30-yard pickup. There's a flag though, and an injury, and offsetting penalties. Kevin Givens goes out, the nose tackle. Tough break there. The Niners The Vikings finally had some juice. It would have been in field goal range. 2-minute zone, no good. 1-minute zone, you've got some chances. Especially if you're throwing into zeros and there's nobody doubling. Also got a chance for a pick too. Crossing better to only 2 minutes are in the zone now. Finally, Kirk gets a completion on 3rd down. 7 of 18 for Mr. Cousins. Off tackle draw. That formation's not going to give you anything. Justin Jefferson is a zero blocker, even if he wasn't in that formation. I don't think that blocking back Hawkinson would have done much better. 2nd and 8 at 38. Probably, I mean, even if you get inside the 30, you could probably kick a field goal here and make it a 10-point game. Fly to Justin Jefferson, double covered. Incomplete. Would have been incomplete, wrong, right, or double. 3rd and 8. Let's take a look at the Vikings kicker. He is 2 through 6 and 12 out to the 44. So already in 50-50 field goal range, or a little bit less than 50-50. Anthony being a little more protective of the deep pass. There's that shadow again. Fly right to Hawkinson. It's going to get 7, make it 4th and 1. Such a tough defense to run against. You don't have good guess right runners. It's like a sneak or a flat pass, and you'll have the zones flooded. Maybe you just say F it and go deep. Madison is in. He's a little bit better guess right. A lot better guess right than Cook. And you got lots of good help here, but those damn Niners 1-man in zone, man, they can stuff you. Off tackle right, guess wrong. The 4 guard can't make the block. Offensive guard +5 or 0. Turn it over on downs. And that would have been a good field goal kick. But yeah, you got the 0-minute zone, 0, -1. If you're defensive tackle, if you run when it's the wrong defensive tackle, you could be in trouble. My only lineman is not a 5, says Tim. Oof. Responds Anthony. So the Niners win percentage is at 95%. Down and out to McCaffrey. Picking on that D card. Will be a 1st down. So yeah, it's going to take a turnover, some bad rolling here to chip out these Niners. There was some long pass guess strong for 28 yards, but dead ball penalty backs it up 5. First and 15. Inside run to McCaffrey, gets strong. Picks up 6. 2nd and 9. Ooh. Fumble chance of 5 versus a fumble chance of 3 versus the random roll of 5. Which means guess right, it would have been a fumble. There's a guess right, or a run call, guessed wrong now, and another touchdown. Brandon Ayuk gets beat or gets past his cornerback defender, and now it's all over with the crying. As the Niners take a dominating 26-7 lead. Sometimes you can be kicking yourself. You get some long pass attempts with zero in the zone or guess wrong. Keep landing on blanks, but the shots today by the Niners have been paying off. The 4-yard pickup on a flat pass to Cook. Incomplete. 4 minutes on. And another incomplete pass. 4th and 6, he's going for it. And there's a completion. Keeps the change rolling. Niners just want to play it safe. Let the clock tick down. Takes a shot, incomplete. There's another completion for Kirk, 1st and 10. There's a 6-yard pickup. Fly to Jefferson, long gain, and that's going to be a touchdown. Exactly what he needed, 37 yards. Let's see, does it make sense to go for 2? Cut it to 11? Sure, why not? And they are. Madison in there. And it's going to be good. So 11-point lead, 7:30 to go. So let's see what the Niners do here. Guess right run for 3 yards. Inside run again. And the left guard, Aaron Banks, does not make the block. 3rd and 5. And that's going to be a loss, but a personal foul keeps the drive alive. The linebacker made the play. Jordan Hicks 5. That closed whatever sliver was still keeping the Vikings' faithful hopes alive. Off tackle right to McCaffrey. He's going to lose a yard. Another penalty. Another personal foul. And another 15 yards. Another off tackle run with a man in zone. It's going to get 7. That is the best result on the offensive card you could hope for. Button hook, 2-minute zone, incomplete. About another penalty. This time it's against the Niners. So back it up. 2nd and 13, or do you keep it? Do you decline it and keep it 3rd and 3? They do keep it 3rd and 3. And it's going to stop them. Let's see if they decide to go for it, or kick a field goal, or punt. And they're going to go for it. Maybe a run to juice check this time. Ooh, and it's stopped. Linebacker in zone -1 or +4. Jordan Hicks again makes a play. So 3:54 to go, down by 11 at your own 34. Chances are slim, but the big problem is you're fighting uphill against this strong defense. Screen left to Cook. 6 linebacker there. Going to pick up 4. Did not get out of bounds. 3:18 to go. Fly to Justin Jefferson. Just misses a pick. 2 through 9 and 12. Rolled in 11 on the split. Of course, if that would have been a 10, ooh-wee, could have been juicy. Hawkinson back there in a 4 wide fullback set. Crossing better to Osborne, dump off. 7 yards on 3rd and 6. First down, Vikings. Time is the problem here, though. Post to Hawkinson. 2 men in the zone now. Dump off. Gets 13 on KJ Osborne's card. Does not get out of bounds. Post to Hawkinson. 1 man in the zone. Fumble. Oh, no. Sack. No fumble. Nick Bosa. That tricky Bosa. Two-minute warning. Minnesota has 2 timeouts left, so you gotta think about once you get into field goal range again, trying to kick it here, recover the onside kick, and hope for a miracle. Dalvin Cook in the backfield again. He's a Yak A. That's why he's in there. Crossing pattern to Thielen. Incomplete. 3rd and 18. Nick Bosa is a constant thorn in the side with that asterisk rating against a 0 pass blocker. Even Hawkinson's a 0 pass blocker. Bomb to Osborne. Landed on the D card. Leave 4th and 18. Long to Hawkinson. He's at 10 on the Kirk's card. Offsides against San Francisco. I think a 4th and 13. Yeah, you could try for a field goal here. Because remember, he's 2 through 6 and 12 out to the 44. Probably just as much chance as there is going for it. Probably in the deep pass, hopefully to a non-doubled wide receiver. Hope for a dump off or a hit on Kirk's card. He's doubling him 2-minute zone. This is not going to be good unless it's a dump off, and it is not. There you go. Whatever valiant chance he had has been taken away by the bully Niners. Juice check gets his carry. Commish McCaffrey, 25 runs for 137 and a touchdown. Got to give the MVP to Garoppolo or Ayuk. There's a short gain to McCaffrey, but containment's in effect, and he stopped. 37 seconds left. They'll punt. Might go for it. It doesn't really matter at this point. Can't get two scores that quickly. Sweep right to Juice check. And that's going to lose. No, it's going to gain a yard. Offensive line side is Kittle. If I went to the other side, it would have been no gain. Or a loss of 2. And a turnover going down, but that's it. Niners put the hammer down. After trailing by a touchdown, they outscored the Vikings 26-8 the rest of the way. Tim says you're being worse than score. It's just those bombs. Those bombs were the difference. What can you do? Let's see if one of them or both of them join us. So it'll be, in the NFC, it'll be the Tampa Bay Bucks, coached by yours truly, against the Niners, coached by Anthony. Let's see if we got Anthony joining us. Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you. What do you got there? A sort of shawl?
This is a blanket.
Pashmina?
I got a blanket.
Very nice.
Hey, I'm getting old. You know, it's funny. All those things that you used to scoff at as a young man, sleeping with your socks on or wearing long underwear. I need that stuff now. I don't mind. I don't mind those things. Give me a blanket. I'll put a blanket around me. And that's with a sweater on, too. So.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, tell you what, these cards are really nice to play with. That's for damn sure. You play with these cards yet? You play with the San Fran stock ever?
I would never play with San Fran. That's my mortal enemy.
It's true. But holy mackerel. I mean, Dalvin Cook, captain of the 3. The entire team, Tim, was captain of the 3s today. You needed 2 for a touchdown. You rolled a 3 on their kick return. You needed 2 for 81 yards. You got 3 probably 2 or 3 times on the off tackle wrong. I mean, just captain of the 3s.
Yeah, I certainly missed some opportunities along the way, but you know, it's hard to complain when you went 7 possessions without a first down or with just 1 first down. I mean, I had to do better than that. It is surprising that you could go 16 carries for 21 at one point, but if there's a team that's going to do that to you, it's going to be San Fran. I'm quite certain. So.
And Kirk Cousins kept landing on blanks on his card, and it wasn't until late in the game that he finally started converting some of those third downs. But I thought, both you guys did a good job with teams you weren't familiar with, keeping it close. Like Tim brought out, he had gotten those 7 punts in a row, and still he was down 6 points at that point. So,
yeah.
But the real difference in the game, I felt, was those bombs to Ayuk beating a 4 defender on the D card. And I think one was guessed right, one was guessed wrong, but both were 0 men in zone. So. Oh, no, one was on Jimmy's card. Sorry, one was on Jimmy's card. One was on the Defender X card with 0 men in zone, guessed wrong. That's a tough card to defend with. So were you playing possum, Anthony, by not opening it up earlier? Or did you just, decide, what the heck, I'm going to just, go deep?
I threw some bombs early. I probably threw more early than late. But you have to throw them. You have to.
Yeah.
It's going to open things up for McCaffrey and everything else, and it's there. Oh, by the way, it's not like it's a bad percentage play. It's a fine percentage play versus a 4 against that defense. And he's Tim. I mean, when you don't have the cards in your favor, you got to take chances. So if I'm running and flat passing every time, then that's not gonna it's gonna play right into your hands of the chances that you're taking. I mean, you're gonna try to stop small ball best you can, and I mean, I have to go deep. You just have to. So,
case in point, I was far more aggressive with my free safety in this matchup than I would normally, particularly with a long pass 0-man column, as unfriendly as it was for Minnesota. But you said it, with all the B's and A's that you've got for Yak, I needed to keep linebackers on the field, and I needed to keep the safety active, and I knew that you were going to keep going over the top. And I started doubling on. I could see that you were doing that, hoping to leave the other guys with their Yak available when it fails. But, I just couldn't time it right the whole game, and you got me pretty good with him for sure.
Yeah.
I thought the penalties were a big part of the story too, but when I look at it now, the Niners actually had 3 times as many penalties, but it seemed like that one drive when the Vikings needed to stop, you got like back-to-back personal fouls, which kind of sunk their chances for a comeback. Like the Niners penalties, kind of like I didn't really notice them, but they didn't have as big of an impact. But maybe if I go back and watch it,
two of them were particularly noticeable to me, right, Tim?
Oh yeah, the one touchdown drive we had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, two of them called back touchdowns.
Right.
When you could have gone up 3 scores there early in the third, I think it was what it was going to be. Instead, it was a 2-score game or something like that. Maybe
it would have been a 3-score
13-7 instead of 16-7. I think is what
exactly. Yeah.
Or maybe 17-7. So those hurt then, and it left the door open, which made the game interesting to call for you, Dennis. All the way up until maybe 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, once those bombs started hitting, then it was over.
Yeah.
But even then, I thought, okay, there's no chance. But Tim made a pretty good comeback to cut it to 11, and then they had the chance to pick up a first down on a 4th and 1 call or 4th and 2 call, one of those, and the block Brian O'Neill or like
the right guard.
Only 4 on, yeah. Oh no, it was the only 4 on the line, and he couldn't do it.
That was
brutal.
If you Tim, I mean, you come into this game hoping for the best. I mean, I feel for your quandary because it's going to be tough. I mean, I can sit back and call pass all day long. Dalvin Cook's such a spotty card to begin with. He's there's a dozen other cards that are better out there at least. Maybe
once you started unleashing McCaffrey's ground game, that's when the defense momentum that I was kind of having early kind of faded out. For a while, McCaffrey was just getting a few carries here or there, but boy, once you started running it with regularity and committing to the run, the balance of keeping control of that defensively was out of my hands.
Yeah. It's funny looking back now at the Seattle-San Francisco game. Tim, both you and me should have been rooting really hard for the Seahawks to get these Niners out because they had a chance to get knocked out there. They were trailing in the 4th, and then the Seahawks certainly had a chance to make it difficult for them. But I think part of that too is getting used to the team. I bet you feel like you have a lot better handle on the Niners now, Tim, with 2 games under your belt.
Me, yeah, I do. Yeah. I mean, for the most part. I mean, it's going to be Tampa in the championship game. It's you, Dennis.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You're gonna have to find a way to run the ball. I mean, that's
right.
And I mean, I'll be.
Yeah. If you thought Dalvin Cook
4th and 1 at the 1 yard line, I'm still probably playing 3-3-5.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. If you thought Dalvin Cook was spotty, wait till you see my guys. So
I mean, typically when you have Fournette and White, you're hoping for the defensive card, right? I mean, that's what you're hoping for, kind of.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and Yeah, so that's a nice spot you're in, because it's I like that sort of spot that you're in, as much as it's a tough spot. To try to figure it out is a fun exercise. It's less fun for me in that I got to do the best to stay out of the fucking way. Excuse me, stay out of the way of my cards, and not screw it up. I haven't seen Tampa's penalty card. But that, things like that, can make a difference. Special teams can make a difference. Those, trying to lean on those things, taking chances on defense on your side.
It's strat. Anything can happen in any game for sure. But I certainly like those Niner cards. Like you said, it gives you a little bit of a luxury when you know that it may not matter if you call it right, run or pass, because when they land on your cards, you have some outs.
Yeah.
So,
especially when you're running.
And like you said, the offense is a lot of fun too. I mean, like that looks like a lot of fun. A lot of all those A's and B's.
Yeah.
With the yak. You didn't use Debo much, and I forgot about the low usage run containment. So that kind of nullifies Elijah Mitchell and Debo a little bit running the ball. But McCaffrey can hit some big numbers on his own card as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, a McCaffrey injury is crippling to this team because nobody else is qualifies. So, something like that can completely spin a game. If there were multi-game injuries, I probably would have had to sit McCaffrey. On that last drive, you just can't.
Yeah.
You do the calculation. You can't afford to lose him, or else you're stuck running 4 yards every time with Elijah Mitchell. But single game injuries sort of frees that up a little bit. Your receivers are good on Tampa, that's for sure. Long pass is bad on San Fran.
It's not good. It's not good for Tampa Bay either. We got
who's your right
tackle?
It's
poor. But yeah, a lot of long gains, zero men. The long gains on 4.
I mean, who's up against Nick Bosa? That's kind of a pretty critical.
Yeah,
you have a good line. So.
Yeah, it's Wirfs and Smith, so both of them are 7s.
Okay, that helps. That helps a lot.
Help.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. And Tim had Brian O'Neill on him today, but Bosa snuck one in on the asterisk. So.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I thought Tim did a good job with the choice of Daniil Hunter as an outside linebacker or defensive end by sticking him at the outside linebacker. When those guys were coming, Zadarius Smith and Daniil Hunter, they were going up against the weak spot on the Niners line, which is the guards, Banks and what's his name, or like a 3 and a 4.
Yeah, so, you needed some sacks. That's a great point, Dennis. I mean, Tim had the opportunity for some sacks. The numbers were not bad. They weren't great, but they weren't bad. Sure. And you needed a couple. Really, what you needed was a strip sack. You need something to sort of flip the game. You need the kick return touchdown, which you had a good chance on, or you needed a strip sack. It's like playing the Chargers. I mean, you need that. You need some sort of swing to gain a possession or two.
Yeah. You're not gonna best the 49ers across a whole game, generally speaking, with most teams, and so I didn't expect that. You're right. I was gonna need something along the way, and just didn't really get it.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Congratulations, Anthony, and good job,
Definitely.
Tim. Get you guys there. Let's take a look to see. I know, obviously, we didn't coach them, but did the Niners play Tampa Bay in the regular season? I don't think so. Oh, they did. 28-0 win
just
by the
one
Niners.
more game, right? The AFC game is the last one.
Yes.
And it's the Jaguars or the other team, right?
It's a Kaplan against Freeze. And it's the
Jaguars are the team waiting.
Yes.
I think. Okay.
Yes. No,
right.
Not Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs.
Oh, they got beat.
The Chiefs and the
Chiefs
Dolphins.
And the Dolphins. Somebody will face Jacksonville, right? The winner of Chiefs, Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be an interesting one.
Jacksonville has a loss. So it's Cincinnati is what it is. I'm sorry, my bad. So
Cincinnati, right? We think Joe is Jacksonville, but Joe is Cincinnati.
That's right. My brain was thinking exactly right, Anthony. I was thinking Joe was Jacksonville. So yeah,
that was the
Joe won with Cincinnati.
Classic.
So Cincinnati will get the KC Miami winner.
And that's a better
Correct.
game. It's a better game since he has some weapons there. They can get it done. They got that pass rush. It's kind of a one-dimensional offense, but they've got enough weapons on D. Could you go back to that Tampa San Fran? I just want to see Brady's line there.
Yeah, let's go bring that up.
It must have been bad, obviously, shut out.
So Brady was 7 of 19, and he got hurt. It looks like, or he got
see you later.
frustrated.
Picks before he got hurt too.
It's Vince. You have to ask him, but he could have just gotten frustrated and brought in Blaine Gabbert. He's done stuff like that before. He's pissed off. Like, go sit down, Tommy. I don't want you to get hurt anyway. It's a lost cause. So,
Well, thanks for broadcasting, Dennis. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
yeah,
I'll
I had a
try to
couple
get on
times
for
where-
your guys' game when we get to it.
Sounds good. All righty.
All right,
Fair
have a great
enough.
night.
All right, I posted that.
Thanks
Take
again,
care.
Tim. Good game.
Yeah, congratulations, Anthony.
Thank you.
Oh, good idea, Tim. Whoever thought of this. Was that your?
That was
freestyle?
Anthony's idea. I just kind of picked it up and helped him run with it, and appreciate you getting the file for us.
Yeah,
That really kind of took it to the next level, man.
Yeah, we should definitely do it every year.
I think
All
we
right,
might.
I'll
That's
talk
kind
to
of the
you
plan. Have a good night, man.
See ya.